Welcome back to another episode of Haulin Bass TV. Today we are building a studio, like a little section, because I've talked to a couple of you guys over on Instagram, and you guys have said I need a dedicated area to do the stuff where I'm sitting down, like the box reviews or any reviews on rods or anything like that. So today we're gonna be building that studio. Come along with us and I'll show you how we build studios. Probably not the right way, but that's how we're gonna do it. Let's get into it. Today, to break down these pallets, all we're using is DeWalt wood with nails. These things are great to go through the backside of pallets and everything like that. I've used these quite a bit during construction, and they will go through anything if you're just trying to destroy it. Trying to make a clean cut, not the best option. And then we just have it in a reciprocating saw. This is a super old one. But it certainly gets the job done. Does everything I need to. It's a Milwaukee Sawzall. And we're just gonna cut down and break down all these pallets, and then we're gonna hammer out some nails. Just getting back out here in the garage today, and we have an absolute crap ton more to take apart. Garage is a little bit of a mess. We just actually moved to a new house, and you know, happy wife, happy life. So we moved to a new house, a little bit bigger, a little bit more space, better for the kids, better for everybody. And now, we gotta clean the garage up and especially get this thing built so I can start shooting more videos for you guys so I can post at least twice a week. So let's get started with this. We're gonna start ripping this apart. We're trying to build the studio completely for free by going on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and places like that to get free pallets. And hopefully, the only thing I'm buying are screws. Because I really don't like using old nails. Not big on that. But we're gonna be buying the screws, and that's the only thing that I'm gonna be buying for this whole project. Everything else is gonna be scavenged and picked up through Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Let's get to it. One of the big reasons I'm actually not using a crowbar and a hammer with these pallets is if you see these right here, a lot of times when you smash that crowbar up underneath here and start prying up, if you're not careful, very, very careful, these will split just like they have right there. So I find it actually easier to use the reciprocating saw, cut through it, and then hammer the nails out later if you want to. You don't have to hammer the nails out. You can drill holes on either side and put the screws in, or you can just hammer through them, who cares? You might split them if you hammer through them though, just so you know. But with these 2x4s, I don't think I'm gonna split these. So I'm just gonna, some of them are already lifted a little bit. So I'm actually gonna use a crowbar and a hammer to get these off here, hopefully. If not, I may have to go through the circular saw, but we'll find out. Let's get to taking this thing apart. All right, guys, we got all these pallets broke down. 2x4s, skinny pallet wood, and the actual wider pallet wood. Those are some of the 2x6s, and then we also have the 2x4s that we're going to use to actually make the wall with and the floor. So we're actually going to start laying it out in here on the garage floor. We're going to put it together, and we're going to get the wall up, and then we're going to do the floor, and then we're going to put the actual wood on the wall and the floor and see how it stands up. Bring you guys along with me now. Let's start making this wall. We're back here. We just got all the boards cut up for the floor, and we have them all laid out all across the side. And we're doing 24 inches on center, which means that each one of these boards is going to be 24 inches apart. So it's going to be 6 foot wide by 5 foot long. And then after we get this all nailed together, we're going to put up the wall leading up the back side of that, obviously. And then we're going to put the pallet wood all across it. The only thing I've had to buy so far are these nails right here. We got 3-inch nails for putting the framing together, and then 1.5 inch. They're just framing nails, they're galvanized. We got 2 boxes, 1.5 inch for putting the pallet planks on the floor and then the wall. We just got done with the floor. Well, the majority of it at least. We got all this laid out. I put them spaced evenly over here because you guys aren't gonna really see a whole lot of that. So I'm not too worried about the visual appeasement, I guess. So I'm not too worried about that. It was just a little bit easier. You didn't have to match up the width of the wood to each other and run all the way across. But I just left them long, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna take a chalk line from here all the way down to there, snap a chalk line, and run the circular saw all the way down to cut all these off. It's much easier than trying to make cuts in each individual board. It'll take probably 30 seconds rather than 15-20 minutes of total time. And then we got to do it the same way just on a couple boards that are just, some of these I might just leave and I'll just zip this one and this one off. Now we had to leave this portion open because once we build this wall that we're going to put up, we're actually going to secure it to the floor. Let's go over exactly how I built this thing, and then we'll actually put it on the wall and see how it looks. So the first thing I did was I actually made a wall, a framed wall essentially, where these boards are 24 on center. Then I realized that these pallet boards aren't 48 inches, which I thought they were. So I had to add this centerpiece, which wasn't a big deal. We just made it all to this piece and then cut the rest of them. The next thing I did was, after making just this wall, we flipped it over, we just used our regular pallet wood, and we nailed all this to the actual framing. It's really easy to do when you're doing this one board at a time because you can see where your frame is and center it up off that. And we were actually going to build an upright wall and a floor, and this was going to be the floor. And my amazing mom had the great idea of just hanging this on the wall so that we have a backdrop almost. We put a board up here that was cut at 45 degrees backwards. Sorry about giving y'all the bird. Backwards, so that we could hang it on the wall with this board up here that has another 45-degree angle. So when we actually put it up there, it's gonna sit just like this, and it'll hold it against the wall. The only other thing that we really did was we put these spacers on here so that the wall, or that the backdrop doesn't sit at an angle. So it's actually flush all the way across the wall. Now let's get this thing up on the wall and see how it looks. All right, Billy, let's get this thing stood up. None of the boards fell off, that's good.
Yeah, that's a start, eh?
Oh, You in there?
Yep. How far left or right?
In there like swimwear, bud?
Yeah.
You gotta come to me about 5 inches.
Look at that. Letter 8.
So this is the actual studio that you guys are gonna start seeing me in more and more. And I'm gonna show you how this actual framing works. You're on the tripod here, so not the best situation. If you look right up in there, you can see how those two boards go together, and they'll hold themselves on the wall. When you're actually putting this board into the wall, please make sure that you guys use studs, because if you don't, this wall is real heavy and it will come down on you, and that won't be a good day. One of the final things that we're gonna do is we're gonna put this table in place. Just adding the finishing touches onto this place. We'll see how good this looks. And we also got a couple stools to put back here that are heavier than all get out. There we go.
Right on.
There's our studio.
Oh, fucking big, dude. There we go.
Perfect. This is gonna be the studio from now on that you guys see our video shot from. I'm super excited to finally get this thing up here. Tell me what you guys think about it down in the comments below. And also tell me if you guys would like me to build a dedicated table for this. This is a new table for it, but I was thinking about building like more of a wooden table for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. If you want a sneak peek into everything that's going on, head on over to Instagram at Haulin Bass TV. It'll be linked down in the description below. Give us a thumbs up if you like the content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every subscriber means so much to me. Thank you guys again. Have a good one.
Spartans! What is your profession?